This isn't the best intro, but in the words of the first creator, let there. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll start by creating a file by just clicking on InDesign itself. Yeah. So after you're done creating the file itself, you can give it a name right now, or you can give it a name after or during the process of editing. After we create the file, it comes with default pages, but we will have to add pages to it so that it's easier for us to interact with the document itself. So like I said earlier, this is going to be a build-up project where we primarily focus on one project at the moment, and then we're going to build up on it, and eventually we're going to do the magazine, a magazine for a client. So after you're done adding the pages, you can now add the elements, the various elements. On the left side of your InDesign program, you are going to see a number of tools, and so there are specific tools over there that you can use to add elements. So at the moment I am primarily editing the parent, or depending on the InDesign you're using, the master page. And so the good thing with that is if you do an edit on the left or the right side of the parent page, in this case, it's going to affect all other children pages. So children pages are primarily the other pages that you add to your document during or after the process of file creation, or when you're doing edits to your document. And so like I mentioned earlier, you just click the small add button at the right, or on the bottom side of your screen, or on the bottom side of your program. There's an addition button over there, so you're going to click that, and then you're going to add pages. Yeah. So this, at this point, I'm editing an independent page outside the parent, because it's also an option. Once you create a page, you can double click on that on that page itself, and you can add elements on that page without necessarily having to go back to the parent or the master page when you're editing your document. So that is primarily another thing we wanted to cover today. So, and on top of this, when you press Ctrl and Shift on an element on the parent page, you are going to be able to edit that single element onto different pages depending on the page that you want. So when you press Ctrl plus Shift on your keyboard, if you're using a CPU of some sort, then you're going to be able to do that, controlling elements on different. And if you can look at the top side, the right side of my monitor, you're going to be able to see that the different pages have different elements, because I emphasize the use of the shortcut Ctrl and Shift to be able to align everything separately and differently. And then on the last thing we're going to primarily do today is adding a title. So how you do this is you click on the T. There's a T icon on the left toolbar of your InDesign. Various tools you've been given above. You can add the size, you can change the font, or do whatever it is you want. And then once you're done doing that, the next step will be aligning it. So you can see there are different aligning options on the top of your screen. So you just select the one that is on the center, and then you are going to click out, and then you choose the select tool, that is the first tool on the left side of your of your toolbox. Let's call it a toolbox. Select the first tool, select the whole text area. It's going to give you an option. Once you do that, you're going to select on the option just where the aligning options are. There is an extra option, a different set of options over there. You're going to click the one that is on the right side, the far right of the 6 options you're given over there. Click on that. It's going to align your title on the. It was nice having you over here. Let me see you in the next video. Thank you.